Hello, hello, hello. There is so much going on in the country right now, from high inflation to wild up and down swings in the stock market to high gas prices, food prices, and much, much more. Most have moved from thrive mode into survive mode, and this is not a good place to be mentally or physically for long periods of time. So today, I want to share a strategy that I use with my private coaching clients to build a nest egg or an emergency fund or a vacation fund or a college fund or even a retirement fund. You choose how you use the money, and I'll show you how to get it and build it. And it's so easy once you know how to do it. And I'm going to show you how a few years ago, I turned $4,000 into $8,600 and how I plan to turn $30,000 into over $300,000. So definitely stick with me because you're going to learn a lot in this video. But before I jump in, I just want to point out a cash giveaway that my wife and I are doing to help people with some extra spending money, and as a way of saying thank you for helping get my channel to over 1 million subscribers. I'll leave a link in the video description and also in the pinned comment, and you can check it out after this video. It only takes about 20 seconds. Okay, so give this video a like. And if you like the concept, please share it with family and friends because this is life-changing information, or at least it was for me. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When it comes to money, the government and banks usually aren't your friends. And in fact, banks need you more than you need banks. Banks pay you next to nothing in interest, only to turn around and lend it out and make high interest rates off of your deposits. They also teach you how to make them rich, and we've bought into it for decades, but no more. I'm going to show you how to be smarter with your money. Now, I teach my private coaching clients to view their money as chess pieces and not emotional transactions, right? We can get very emotional about money. So today, I want to show you how car dealerships, banks, and the government work together to keep you poor while pretending to have your best interest at heart. And one of the big tools that they use against you is the purchase of cars. Here's how it typically goes. You want to buy a car, so you work with a bank or a car dealership or both. They convince you to buy more car than you should because they'll get you a better interest rate, or we'll just bump out the loan an extra 12 to 24 months to help lower your payment. Oh, and I'll give you the very best deal I can on your trade-in. Now, if you've ever bought a car, this all sounds too familiar, right? Well, what if I told you that rolling that extra money from a car sale or a trade-in onto your next car is one of the reasons you have less wealth than you could? I'm going to show you how to change that around right now. Think about this. You sell a car or you trade in for value. I call this money falling into your lap. It could be $1,000, $5,000, or $50,000. All of a sudden, life is great. And in some cases, it might be more money than what you even have in your checking account. But then you're convinced to lower your payment by rolling that money onto the next car. Or in other words, you roll money onto an asset that loses value every single day. Now, think about this. If you buy a $20,000 car today, what will it be worth 5 years from now with adding an additional 100,000 new miles onto it? Probably only about $10,000, right? You're going to lose half the value of your money. So if you know cars lose value, then why would you roll money onto an asset that's guaranteed to reduce in value, right? It doesn't make sense. And yet, this is what we've been told so many times that it seems like the right thing to do. And I'll tell you why. The government and the bank and car dealers told you to, and you wanted to get more car or lower your payment. Those are the main reasons, right? And about 95% of Americans do this. So if you've done this, you're not alone, but you never have to do this again going forward. What if instead you saw that money as a blessing that fell into your lap and you put it to work for you and your family. It could become an emergency fund. It could pay off high interest credit card debt. It could be used as a down payment on a home, or it could be put to work and grow and compound interest over time. Now, just over 10 years ago, I sold a car and got about $4,000. Instead of rolling that money onto our next car, my wife and I decided to put it to work. Now, I don't want you to get fixated on the numbers, so just look at this as a concept, but these are my real numbers. I put the $4,000 to work at 8% interest, and after 10 years, I had $8,635. If I run that out another 10 years, by the 20th year, I would have $18,643. And if I run it out another 10 years, I have $40,250 that I've built up in a pool of money that I own and control because I use the proceeds of a car sale to grow value versus rolling it onto something that drops in value. Now think about this. If I had rolled that $4,000 onto the next car, that $4,000 would likely be worth $500 or maybe $1,000. Instead, I turned it into $8,635. And 20 years from now, as I let it continue to compound on my behalf, it's going to grow to $40,250 down the road. This concept changed my financial future. Cars went from money takers to money makers in my life. And since Casey and I both drive cars, we have the opportunity to do this with both cars every couple of years. In fact, I just sold my car, my dream car. It was a 2016 Jeep with lots of fun upgrades to get through the mountains here in Utah. I loved the car, but it was time to get something better for our family. And even though it was 6 years old, our family had a great time taking it up in the mountains, going trail riding, going through rivers and deep into the woods. I even slept in the back of it during a church camping event. It was awesome. But I was able to sell it for $30,000. And I'll be putting that money into a growth account that can go towards building a retirement nest egg for Casey and I. So let me just show you how the math turns out. The $30,000 after growing for 10 years will have grown to $64,767. If I run the compounding growth out another 10 years, I will have $139,828. And if I let that compound and grow for 30 years, that same $30,000 will grow to $301,879. Now, I don't know about you, but I did not grow up with rich parents. So for me, this was life-changing money, but it took different thinking and a different approach with how I behaved with my money, and specifically with how I behaved with the proceeds from selling a car or trading in a car. The truth is, you can't control the U.S. economy, but with some education and some strategy, you can absolutely control your household economy. And I want to give you the tools, and that's why I'm so grateful to have you as a member of my YouTube community. Now, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a like and share it with someone who would benefit from better understanding how to build wealth over time and how to use the proceeds of a car sale to propel you into having significantly more money in the future. Now, in future videos, I'll be showing you how banks make triple-digit returns or higher off of your deposits. I'm also going to show you some other stocks that I've been researching and am interested in owning in my personal portfolio. I'm also going to show you how Casey and I took money out of our mortgage and put it into a growth account and how that account will grow by the time we're in retirement age. And I'll show you some real case studies on how to get out of debt using my favorite debt elimination strategy. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll be releasing those videos here in the near future. Now, before you go, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. Just in case nobody reminds you of that today, you're amazing. Hey, I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.